I'm just talk briefly about importing packages because you're going to need it for the next bit. So we mentioned a little bit about, well, in fact, quite a lot about packages last week. We said that one of the great benefits of Python is that we can import pieces of code that other people have written, and we can install packages. And we looked at how we can pip install things. We can install them from environments, import an environment, and that will install various packages we need. But those things just install it onto our computer. If we need to bring it into our code, then we need to use what's known as an import statement. And an import says that thing that's installed, give me that package into this piece of code. So you may well install, and you will on this course, you will install the SymPy package, which is for discrete event simulation. You're only going to be using the SymPy package, though, when you're doing discrete event simulation. You'll have no other use for it outside of that. You're not going to do geographic modelling and import SymPy. That makes no sense. So there's a difference between installing a package that you have available as part of your Python toolbox on your computer and then importing it to say, I need to use this package or part of this package within this piece of code that I'm writing. And that's what we mean by an import statement. So here are some common examples of things, the ways in which you might see import statements look. So this first entry here says import the package named string. So there's a package called a library called string. You might hear them referred to as libraries, by the way, as well. It's interchangeable. So if you hear me say sometimes libraries, I mean packages. You might hear them referred to as modules as well. There are subtle differences, but they're largely interchangeable. The second way, so that's one of the most common ways you'll see all the time, import and then the name of the package. And these import statements always appear, or they should appear, at the top of your code. It's bad practice to just import them as you need them going through. You don't do that. Import statements live at the top of your code. So you import everything. So if you forget something, I think, oh, I need this package. I forgot I need to import that. You go back to the top and you add it as an import statement to the top. That's just good practice. So that's one of the most common ways. You'll also see this sometimes as well. So this second one says from the matplotlib package, which you're going to learn about in a couple of weeks. From the pyplot bit of matplotlib, so the dot notation, remember, same thing here, that lives within this. Import just the pyplot bit of matplotlib and import it as PLT. Now this is known as an alias. And what this says is, henceforth, rather than typing matplotlib.pyplot every time I need to access something in matplotlib.pyplot, I'll just say PLT. And you can do that with any import statement. You know, if I need to get down to you might be importing a particular method. There's only one method you need out of an entire package, and you don't have to write out all the dot notations. You just I'll refer to it hence as this. There are some packages that have standard aliases that you are supposed to use. Python won't make you, but the coding community will frown upon you heavily if you do not. So never change those things. Matplotlib.pyplot, see why we need an alias, is one such, and you always use the alias PLT for that. Pandas and NumPy are also examples where there is a commonly used alias that you are supposed to use, and you'll see more about that next week. So this imports everything, import string, import the entire package called string. This says just import the pyplot bit of matplotlib and import it under this alias, so that when henceforth, whenever I say PLT, I mean this. And then the third way you'll also see as well is you can say from this package, so from word cloud, import these things, and you can comma separate them. Say, okay, well, I need just one or two things from this package. So rather than import the entire word cloud package, if I only need these two things, I'll just import these two things. If in doubt, I mean, the import will work, but there are some very large packages. You don't want to always install everything. Import everything. Things like SymPy you tend to, because you could discrete event simulations, you just tend to use anything within there. But there are certain things, like the math library is very big. You don't tend to import the entire math library just because you need one mathematical function that's in there.